World of Tanks SPG tips. First of all, you want to be as close to the enemy as possible. Try to move your vehicle to be closer to the enemy. You will aim more quickly and your shots will be more accurate because your aiming circle will be smaller. You'll also give the enemy less time to react. In the same respect, if the enemy is advancing on you, you have to run away quickly. You have to anticipate if the flank is about to fall or the enemy is about to advance and get out as quickly as possible. You want to try and line up shots on multiple flanks. In the case of what you're viewing on screen, I'm lining up shots through the building, and you got the open field. The open field you don't have to worry about because you can almost hit anybody anywhere, so you don't have to take a special position. On some maps, you need to have a special position to shoot down a certain road. You want to go in the road that goes through town. You sit on that road because there'll be no buildings in the way. In the open field, you don't have to worry about it as much. You want to try to, I use the burst radius rounds with the largest burst radius, and I try to aim beside the vehicle because of the weaker armor beside the vehicle. If you hit the front of the vehicle, you might not do any damage, so I go for the side armor. You want to be aware when a flank falls. I'm constantly watching the minimap. I know everything that's going on. If you think a flank might fall, you either help that flank by targeting the enemy vehicles there, and if you're near that flank, you have to run away as quickly as possible. You usually don't have to help so much on a flank where you're winning, but you can turn the tide in a game. When you say, we need help on this side, and you're the SPG, you have to be the help. Follow your team around. If you are playing and your team advances, let's say you win on your flank, keep on following your team so that you're no longer in your starting position. Move with them around the map. You'll be closer to the enemy. When the enemy comes looking for you, they won't find you because you left a long time ago, and your allies will be near you so they can help you if there's any danger. Avoid using gold rounds. I know that they do exist. They are expensive, but usually for SPG, the gold rounds are not much of a benefit. You're going to have to check each SPG, but sometimes you only get a burst radius of 13, and gold round might only be 14, so it's not worth the extra money. Talk to your team. You're going to be seeing what's going on before anyone else does, so you want to be the one to tell your team what is going on. Kills help win the game. So if you, what I do is while I'm reloading, I quickly scan all the tanks, and I say, okay, this guy's low hit points. This one is weak armor. You want to go after weak armor, low hit points, lower tier vehicles. So you scan while you're reloading to see who's going to be your next target. After you shoot, it's possible that the enemy might locate you. So you move after you fire. You want to avoid turning the hull. You want to try going forward and backwards so that it doesn't impact your aim. You want to aim as quickly as possible. I know where I'm going to go. I move there. I start aiming. It reduces your aim time. It lets you fire a more accurate shot, and it lets you fire as quickly as possible. Last of all, predict where the enemy will show up. The heavy tanks tend to bunch together. There'll be 2 or 3 in the same spot, and one shot can damage multiple tanks. I've hit 5 or 6 tanks with one shot. So try to predict where the enemy will show up and line up shots on them.